my name is Jana and you're watching Finnish Knitting Stories, episode number 188. I'm coming to you from Finland and we will be talking about knitting. Actually no, mostly crochet today. Well, because I'm still in my crochet bubble. How have you been? We've been busy with the last week of May, which is actually last week of school. So you can imagine. Chaotic, but powering through and looking forward to summer holiday and exhaling. Okay, let's dive into the crafty bit of this video and let's start with what I'm wearing today. And I'm wearing my advent knit because weather is cooler, much cooler. It's actually pretty cold. It's only about 8 degrees Celsius. It feels like we need heating in the house and it feels like putting on woolly layers. I'm still wearing summer dress, my most boring black summer dress, but on top I'm wearing my special advent project that I finished recently, which is my La Prairie cardigan by Hohi Locatelli, and the lovely yarn is an advent by a homespun house. Molly dyed this gorgeous yarn, and this is so good, right? Do you agree? I'm wearing my shield with a million of boblets. It's a lovely summer, Finnish summer weather cardigan, and I don't know, the idea of wearing an advent knit in summer just tickles my brain in all the right places. So yeah, this is what I'm wearing today, and it's a good mood cardigan. Yeah, even though the weather is grey and cold, so we need happy knits when the weather is failing us. But actually this weather is great for knitting and crochet and all the other crafts, right? Looking for positives. So that's what I'm wearing today, and some kind of earrings. Earrings are designed by Kieto, one of my favorite Finnish makers. I have a few favorites. That's one of them. Okay, so let's go to finished objects quickly. Well, 2 days ago I had none, and today I have two. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that I have something to show you today. It's just happened. Both of them are crochet. One you have seen, and another one you don't even have an idea about. That was a spontaneous project. Okay, let's start with the one you've seen before. The one that gave me a lot of headache. I don't think I have ever ripped out a little crochet project this many times, but that's on me. There was nothing wrong with the pattern. Something was wrong with my eyes and my braid and the connection between those, because I just kept reading pattern wrong, and I think I ripped it back at least 7-8 times probably, but now it's finished. There is still a little mistake somewhere in there, but it's barely noticeable. Nobody will know. I know, you know, but you probably can't even find it. But I managed to fudge it, fudge it skillfully. I would say that crochet is harder to fudge than knitting, because with knitting I'm very good at hiding mistakes and, like, yeah. With crochet it doesn't always work out. That's why I have ripped it back 6, 7, 8 times, I don't know. But now it's finished. It's a little doily. Actually not that little. I blocked it out very aggressively. I just I dunked it in the water and then I put it on a blocking mat and I started stretching out all these little petals, and I was thinking, wow, this is growing. And yeah, my not so little doily pattern is from an old Finnish magazine, about 10 years old. I didn't bring it. I already put it away back on the shelf. I think I showed it last week. Yarn is a mystery yarn from my stash without a label, but I'm 95% sure it's an old Novita cotton. And if I would need to guess, I would guess Novita Kotiväki. I think, maybe. But again, discontinued ages ago. You can't get it anymore. 1.8 millimeter hook. This one less than 50 grams because I have a leftover, probably 30 grams. I don't know. I need to pop it on a scale. Oh, ooh, and write this yarn out of my stash, which is always nice. But I think it's very pretty, delicate, very fine crochet work with a bit of mistakes, but doesn't matter. And this one will go live outside in our little one's outdoors cafe that I've been decorating. I've been working for Sophia. So this will live on her little bistro, French bistro table. The cafe is not yet open. We had a test run. She found we had an old coffee maker in a garage that my husband brought from his old workplace. It was somewhere in a construction yard, and it's one of those that that looks like Finnish Mokka Master, but it's not a Mokka Master. I don't know, do you know it? Like with filters and all this water tank, and yeah, she wanted it. She wanted it. I scrubbed it. I used a lot of citric acid to get it clean in all the places. And yeah, and she's been enjoying making coffee for my husband. And the best part is that that coffee maker makes, when it's done, it beeps like it's a clown car. That's our favorite bit. So yeah, we have cleaned her little cottage. It's been raining, so we haven't been playing outside, but we will go there when the weather gets warmer. But I'm working on decor, so that's one. I think it's very pretty. I almost want one of these for my round table in the living room as well. That would be nice. Yes, but it needs to be in a fine yarn. If I make it in thicker yarn, it will be even bigger. Is that a bad thing? Probably not. Yes, if you want it bigger, you need to make it in thicker yarn. But this one is very nice and thin and lovely. So that's my first finished object. A bit of home decor. Let's put it here. Like grandmas used to do. My grandma always had stuff hanging off the table a little bit. I don't know why, but don't fall, don't fall, come on, don't fall, stay, stay. So, it's gonna fall eventually, right? So that was my first finished object, which was crochet. And my second finished object, well, it's also crochet. And this one just happened. This one just happened. I went to my local craft store to look for bag frames. And I came back with something else. I came back with, did I bring? Yes. I came back with, sorry, crinkly bag. I came back with a bunch of paper yarn, paper thread. Yeah, that's paper. It's called paper yarn. It comes in different colors. It's sold by weight. It doesn't have a label on it, so I have no idea who makes this lovely thing. I think it's one Finnish company that makes these. And then I have sorry, crinkle. I have a little diamond. Can you guess what I'm making here? Can you? And a very fine crochet hook. That's mine. That didn't come. And a very posh project bag. I should take a basket or something. Anyway, I'll show you what I have made. I've done something similar, actually very similar last year, but I'll tell you why I'm making more of these. Ta-da! A bit of fun summer ta-da. It's a wind spinner. It's a crochet wind spinner. In paper yarn, and I made two last year in cotton, in some random cotton from my stash. And what happened with them during the year, I put them away for winter, all good, but at the end of the season last year already, they flopped. They are not staying put. They are like sad little droopy flowers. So yeah, I don't know, I maybe needed tighter tension or different yarn. They were fine for a month or two, and then I think the moisture and all of that and the weight of the wind spinner, I don't know, they got floppy. They still spin, they are still there at Sophia's cottage, but I went to my local craft store and they had a sample in paper yarn, and I touched it and I looked at it and I was like, wow, that's sturdy. I should make more of wind spinners, because we have a big yard. There is enough space for a lot of wind spinners in every corner, and this one is really nice. It's very crunchy, very nice and sturdy, and it has a big prism, like a big diamond under. Sophia calls these diamonds. So a bit of bling, and it spins beautifully. I just brought it back to show it to you. I don't have a pattern for this, but you basically, I chained, I asked for that particular type the starting chain. Starting chain was 75, and then you crochet in every stitch, and then you do 2 in every second stitch, and then you do 3 double crochets in every stitch, and then it starts spiraling when you do that. Kind of remember the loofahs that were very popular at one point. Same principle, but this one hangs down instead of forming a loofah. And then my last row is solid, and then I still went back to once more to make it firmer. Yeah, so I will make another one, because I actually have enough paper yarn for another one, just a bit smaller. I think it's lovely. And did you notice the colors match the rug that I just made her? She loves the rug. She spends a lot of time on it, running barefoot and happy. And now we will have a matching wind spinner. So yeah, I've been busy making home decor, and this has been lovely. I'll put it here. Look, it stays up. It doesn't flop at all. So that was very spontaneous, not planned. I just saw something, bought yarn, and made it. One evening, actually, one and a little bit next morning. So yeah, that's my big finished object. That's actually all. And let's go to whips. I only have 2. Well, because I've been crocheting. Let's start with the knit one for a change. Let's start with the knit one. A very happy summery bag by Bertie and Poppy. Hi, Jill. And I'm working on the tail. Idlin and quill. Stop it. Stop it, woman. Okay. I started this quite a while ago. It's my social knitting / car knitting. And the yarn I bought, it was my birthday yarn quite a few years ago. I don't remember how many. The tail is a free shawl pattern by Sonder Yarn Co. You can get it on Ravelry. Maybe somewhere else, but I got this on Ravelry. Come on. I have needle stoppers there. And it's a shallow, really long triangle. My favorite shape of a shawl, probably. The one I use the most is always a long, shallow triangle. And this is the first half. And then there will be another triangle that you knit on the long side, and then you fold it over and wear it like that. My second color, I brought my second color to show you. My second color is called Pale Mushroom. Well, because I'm a pale mushroom that loves a bit of neon. So, like this. I think they work beautifully together. Oh, what was this color? I don't remember. I just caked up another ball. Let me look for a label. Found it. The other color is called Bright Flamingo. Yeah. So Bright Flamingo and Pale Mushroom. And I'm making the tail. I'm now on my second ball of the flamingo, and I don't know how big I'm gonna make it, but we will see. Still bigger than this. The good part about this shawl is that you can stop any moment. You don't need to guess yarn consumption and all of that. Yeah, originally it was supposed to be half and half triangles shawl, but well, I already have 2 and that's probably enough. Yeah, I think it will be great for autumn, and it will go with most of my coats and jackets. Yeah, so that one, very quickly. No, let's not stuff a full skein of yarn in a project bag. And then the last one for today is another whip, and we're back to crochet. We're circling back to crochet. It's in this bag. I've been using this bag a lot because it's very handy when I wanna craft outside. And what I have here, I have granny squares because I'm making a bag, just like I told you last week. I'm making a bag. It's called Poppins Bag by Kedito. The pattern, it's a free pattern. She has instructions and tutorials, but unfortunately it's only on her Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, I don't know where else you can get that pattern. She has an Etsy store, but she sells ready bags there. I don't think there are any instructions on her Etsy store, but yeah. But on Instagram, I think if you Google Kedito Poppins Bag, I will link the Instagram post, and I think you can view it even if you don't have Instagram account through browser probably. So yeah, the bag is made from granny squares. Mine is scrappy. And here is my first square. I'm not yet sure if this is the final size. I need 4 large squares and 2 small squares, and I already started my second large square because I can't yet figure out the final size that I really want. This is 5 rounds less than in the pattern, because I don't know, do I really want a very large bag or like medium large, like a bit smaller one maybe. So I decided to stop for now and do all 4 of them, and then I can put them together and play around and decide if I want it bigger. I can add more rows because it's crochet, it's easy. So yeah, all the colors are leftovers from my stash, no full skeins here, and I am using wool because I read the comments, and thank you very much everyone who commented about the bag and your experience, and majority said that go for it. You can use wool if you add lining and you stitch also lining to the bag frame, because the pattern says to stitch only the crochet bit to the bag frame and then add the lining. But yeah, I think I will listen to wise people on the internet, and I will stitch both the lining and the crochet bit to the bag frame. That way the lining will hold the weight and this is not gonna stretch out. So I'm using fingering weight scraps, and I'm holding them double, and I'm using a very small hook for this. Normally I would like go for 4 millimeters most likely with this thickness, but now I'm going with 2.5 millimeters size 4 crochet hook. And you can see it's very fine and sturdy. Look, that's the stretch, and I'm pulling quite hard. Barely any. Of course, if it gets wet, it will stretch more. But I'll be careful with it, and I won't let rain on it. Okay. So that's my second one. They are not gonna be matchy. They are random, but I am using same colors. It was difficult to decide on my color palette because I first thought of introducing moodier colors, and I tried to add like dark gray and navy blue and black, but I took them all out because I just wasn't feeling it. It looked nice and high contrast, but then I decided, oh, it's a summer bag. So I'm only using neons and neutrals. Some beige, some very light gray, and then light blues, violets, and then a lot of pinks and a dash of neon yellow. All my favorites. Well, all colors are my favorites, right? I'm a yarn dyer. I love all the colors. But yeah, there. And it's a mix of fibers also. I have merino, I have BFL, and I have just a regular woolly wool as well. and I think most of them have nylon with them too. That should help with the sturdiness and the structure. So, and I've been on a hunt for a bag frame, and actually I ended up with two options. I did. I bought one. I actually ordered one from Estonia, because I couldn't find the right type of frame from Finnish web stores. So I ordered one from Estonia, but it's very shiny. It's very, very shiny. It's a bit smaller than the pattern calls for. I cannot seem to find a nice looking 30 centimeter bag frame, but that's okay, because if I want a smaller bag, it's okay if the frame is also a bit smaller. So I'm not sure how I feel about silver, but I really love the, sorry, crinkle. It's a wooden handle. I got the one with the wood. It's nice. I think it's quite nice quality. It opens lovely. It's a sturdy little frame. I'm just not convinced about the silver. I don't know. I do like silver. You can see I'm only wearing silver. But somehow for this bag, I envisioned something else, and then I visited my local craft store where I got the paper yarn. I actually went to fetch a frame from there, because they had this kind of frames, and I like the floral theme, and I like the color, and that would look very cute as well. So now I have two options, which means I can, in theory, make two different bags. Probably not the same bag, something else, sometime later, but whichever I pick. Well, this one is easy, it already has the handle. This one still would need handles. So I would need either buy or make handles, or I don't know. Well, this is more work. This one, we will see. The size is same, unfortunately. Oh no, the silver one is just a tad bigger. Okay, silver one is a bit bigger. But none of them are 30 centimeters. I think this one is like 25 and this one is probably 27. But we're close, so that's fine. So whichever I choose, I have an extra frame. I like the wooden handle, but then again I could attach a leather handle or a crochet handle, I don't know. So we will see. Right now I'm working on the squares, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's always fun to pick the next color. I try to alternate like bright color with a more neutral, more subtle color, and that's how I usually do that. And sometimes I repeat colors or the color family, like here are multiple violets or multiple pinks. I try to make it balanced. So that's my lovely first square. Maybe I'll make it a bit bigger, I don't know, but right now I started the second one this morning with my morning coffee. Yes, that's all the crafty bit for today. What else? Knit and chat. Oh, I'll take my the till, and we will chat very quickly, because this week has been busy with kids events. Still want to go tomorrow. Concert at Sophia's school. She's been preparing. There's a whole show prepared, and I'm going, and it's it's gonna be fun. And then at Big Kiddo's school they had a lovely exhibition themed the Baltic Sea. They studied the Baltic Sea and everything around it, and the whole year, and they prepared for this final exhibition, like the whole school. It was absolutely wonderful because they combined all the subjects. They combined studying nature. They had a trip to the island in the sea, and they cleaned there. They gathered trash. Then there was an art element. They painted the sea and the scenery while on the island, and then they also wrote poems about the sea, and they studied about all the countries that surround the Baltic Sea, all about the economy and geography and yeah, everything. It was so lovely and so thoughtful. And then arts and crafts as well. They made all kind of creatures and different techniques. All the animals, birds, fish, everything. There were little sculptures and from paper and felt, like sewn felt animals and fish, birds, everything. It was so interesting and so exciting, and I really liked the multi-dimensional approach, like that how many different things and topics you can learn, yeah, from one central like element, the Baltic Sea, and yeah, about the pollution and water. Anyway, very exciting. I really enjoyed it, and we spent the whole evening walking around from classroom to classroom and looking at different things that kids have put together during the year. It was nice. So well done, and well done school, and the teachers who figured it out. I think it was very interesting and educational, informative, and also fun. Because, you know, studies don't need to be boring and stiff and just sitting at the desk. I think you learn better when you're immersed in that environment. So yeah. What else? Weather has been boo. I want to boo the weather. It's been rainy and cold and feels a bit like autumn, but only the blooming bushes and trees are reminding me that it's not actually autumn. Yes. I've been having this little morning ritual when I make myself a cup of coffee and then walk around and look at all the flowers blooming in my yard. And this week I actually found a spot in the greenhouse that I can take my coffee to the greenhouse and enjoy it there. I dug out from storage an old wicker chair from IKEA that we bought the first year when we moved into this house, which was 15 years ago. So it's now in the greenhouse, and it's my sweet coffee drinking spot. I'm surrounded by by mint bush. We got a mojito mint, and I inhale that lovely smell, and that's my happy place. And I can take my knitting and crochet there and spend a bit of time there, which has been lovely. So yeah, my mom is still here. I managed to catch a little break. I did a bit of crafts, and I managed to go to some places, and yeah, but it also made me realize how tired I've been, because you know, when you relax, you share a bit of responsibilities with somebody else. You're not as tense and focused all the time. You realize that, whoa, I was actually tired. It was time for a break, and it's been lovely. Kids' school holidays begin, and it will be nice not to wake up before 6 every morning, even though I wake up before the alarm, because my body knows it's time, and it's a built-in inner clock, and it it knows when to wake up. But let's see, can I sleep past 6? That would be nice. It's actually very light in the mornings. It gets light already after 4, and it gets dark, I don't know, probably after 10, 11. I need to check. I'll put the sunrise and sunset here for our location today. You can see on the screen. Yeah, not a lot of dark time, because we're going towards midsummer. not far away from there. Less than a month left to midsummer, when it's not gonna get dark at all for a while. Yeah. So what else? Not much else. Work, home, kids, crafting. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna say my goodbyes now, and I'm wishing you a very lovely, colorful, and hopefully sunny weekend. And thank you so much for being here with me. Let me know what you're working on. Are you knitting? Are you crocheting? Maybe spinning? I've been spinning a bit as well. And take care, and I will see you next week. Hej pa!